Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. This is Dylan with Tucson Future Classics, and that is our 2018 5-speed manual Nissan Versa S.
Okay, so it's Brian and Dylan here with Tucson Future Classics, and right now we're about to walk around a 2018 Nissan Versa S.
Yes. 5-speed manual. S stands for simple.
With like 3 options.
Yep, it's great. 44,500 miles, 3 whole options, and a whole lot of value in this little thing. It's honestly, these Versas are one of the most fun economy cars you can get.
It's got plastic hubcaps.
Oh yeah, it's got what we got in this thing? 4 doors, 4 wheels, 4 cylinders, 4 speakers, 5 speeds, and 5 seats.
Okay.
I think that kind of.
So yeah, we were just talking earlier about how like this and like a Lucid Air are both cars. Like
Yep.
they're both the same species. They share 99% of the same DNA.
Mm-hmm.
But the level of enjoyment that you get out of a car like this versus a car like that, I mean, they're worlds apart. But they, no value judgments. Their value is about the same.
Yeah, they do the exact same job at the end of the day. They transport you from one place to another. It just depends on if you want an isolation chamber or to be an active participant in the act of getting somewhere.
So I think the great thing about this is that you don't have to sacrifice peace of mind, right? So
Yeah.
this is a 2018. It's a 2-owner. It's got 44,500 miles on it. It's a 5-speed manual, so you don't have the problems that you would have with a CVT transmission. It's super basic, like Dylan was saying, so you don't have to worry about your power windows breaking, those window regulators. You don't have to worry about
Infotainment system crashing because of a bad software update.
Yeah, it's got exactly what you need. It's got a little jack for an aux in, and if you want Bluetooth for your music, you could just plug a little dongle into that aux in.
Interesting note, it does in fact have Bluetooth for phone calls and hand-free communication only.
Right, they were doing that like in 2011.
Yep.
Like I have no idea why car companies decided to separate out the two. Like how much did they save? Like 95 cents?
I think it was an archaic regulations thing, honestly. Yep.
Oh yeah, hands-free thing, yeah.
Hands-free communication, easier to do that than dealing with the high bandwidth of music.
And it was country by country, right? Because this was a car that that Nissan sold to the world as is. They might have done some modifications to the front and rear bumpers.
Change the name, change the badge. Yeah, this
Renault.
existed globally as a Renault,
Yeah.
a Dacia. The platform was under some Mitsubishis. So this is truly a world car for them, designed specifically for developing markets, third world markets, and they, as I'm pointing out under the hood here, they overbuilt the heck out of this thing because the motor and trans on this needed to deal with really inconsistent and poor quality fuels and lubricating oils.
So it'll just run on anything.
Darn near, yeah. You could feed this thing dog water and it would still find a way to fire off its cylinders. But really, really simple up underneath. The nice thing about how well packaged this is if you want to be a DIYer, you can do everything under this hood with ease. In fact, I'm not the mechanic here at the shop, but to prep this for the shoot, I went ahead and did the oil filter, air filter, engine oil, and cabin air filter on this car. It's really easy and it's not intimidating at all to get your hands in there if you want to. Yeah. You don't have to, but it makes it easy to do so if you do.
Yeah, oil changes would just be a pleasure on this because you'll know that you're doing the one thing that really just needs to be done on it. And you're setting yourself up for success.
And at less than 4 quarts for the entire oil system, it's really cheap to change the oil on this too.
Cheap DIY. And you know what? No shade on people who go to to Jiffy Lube, go ahead to Jiffy Lube too. Hey,
Yeah.
what is that? What did you just pull out of
Oh,
the trunk?
actually, I found this while I was detailing the car. Tucked under one of the 3 options on this car, being the floor mat in the trunk, was the factory window sticker, still laminated from the original Auto Nation dealer that they bought it from up in Phoenix.
Illuminated by
one light bulb.
the standard light bulb
Yes.
in the trunk.
And this is actually cool. That is a donut spare, but because these Versas were sold here and internationally, that is sized to hold a full-size spare. So you could go to a junkyard, spend $30 on a matching steel wheel, put it in there, and then you can either never have to worry about spare tire issues again, or save yourself some money and do a 5-tire rotation and use the spare in your normal rotation of tires.
I like that. You mentioned that about one of the FJs we've had recently. I like that idea.
It's a great system. If you have an extra tire, use it. Extend the life of all of them.
Coming into the back seat here, Dylan's going to be showing off the space back there, and it's not all that tight. Like somehow they managed to keep that interior pretty big, even though the form factor is super small on the outside.
Honestly, this car is kind of TARDIS-esque if you're a bit of a Doctor Who fan. That's me in all of my bulk, 6'1", 275 pounds. I've driven a number of these and the bigger Sentras. The Versas are somehow bigger inside than the physically larger Sentras are.
Yeah.
You've got child seat anchors on all of the rear seats, top tethers above, and that little armrest I'm actually showing you off right now, it falls like perfectly to where your elbow is. It's
I like that it doesn't
remarkably
extend.
comfy.
I like that it doesn't extend all the way out, so you don't have to like hold your hand on it. You can hang your hand.
The armrests are actually comfortable for where a normal person's arm sits, and it does have child seat anchors for all 3 seats. So you can pack it full of kids if you want.
Yeah. And it's got plenty of airbags and stuff, all the safety stuff that you really need.
Yeah, front and rear airbags, seat airbags, curtain airbags, like...
So I can say that this is going to go out the door for less than $10,000. And if you can have a 2018 with 44,500 miles, with all the modern airbags and safety features, you're putting yourself in a good position. This is one of those cars that is just a good financial decision for somebody to make.
Yeah, and
the fact that it is so basic and it locomotes. Like it is a steel cage with 4 wheels.
Yeah.
That goes forward, goes backwards, turns. It's got a horn. It doesn't have cruise control, but it has virtually all the same DNA as the $50,000. The fact that you could call both of these things a car is crazy.
This is a perfect distillation of everything that a car needs to be. I mean, you've got your trip computer, you've got 2 trip computers, your odometer, instant MPG, lifetime MPG, and estimated range to empty.
What's the lifetime MPG on this?
32.9 miles per gallon.
Yeah.
And that's from it bopping around urban Phoenix for basically its whole life. Take out a few good highway runs, you're going to see higher numbers than that.
It's 8 years old. It's got 45,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
So it's only gone 5,000, 6,000 miles a year.
Yeah, that sounds like good napkin math to me. And the nice thing is, too, so many modern vehicles have so many different computer systems in them. This trusts you as the operator. Like, even I'm pointing out here, those are instructions on how you, the driver, can optimize the defrost or de-icing system on the car, how to position the vents and how to set it up.
There's so much responsibility.
Because it's all cable actuated. There's no computer to get in the way or in between. A software update isn't going to brick your radio or your climate control. There are physical cables from all 3 of those knobs to the HVAC control box.
No, I want my kid to learn how to drive a stick. I want them to be engaged with the vehicle. I want them to understand the real responsibility that they have, and understand like all the mechanical machinations of the vehicle that they're in. I love the fact that it explains how to maximize or how to optimize your climate control, because nobody would know that in anything else that came out in 2018. You hit the button, I want it to be 77.
It goes.
And then it goes, you don't even think about it, and you're just, comfortable. I feel like maybe you have to earn the right to be able to experience that. You can't just be a kid and just be like, car does what I tell it to do.
Yeah, no.
Right?
This is very old school in that sense, where this is a machine. You are the machine operator.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
The impetus is on you to operate it well.
All right, so you just went through the
Parking garage, that was
garage.
not supposed to be, windows down, showing off,
Yeah.
squeaks, rattles, noises, anything like that.
I'm gonna probably make a cut, and because a lot of this stuff is stuff that you need to hear, and it probably begins around here.
Pretty definitive as to what gear you're shifting into, even if it's not a quarter-inch little snickety gearbox. It notches right into whatever gear you tell it to. Really, really easily. Very low effort. Now I've got my driver's window all the way down, and as we go through the parking garage here, just keep your ears peeled for any noises, because if there are any, they'll echo and we'll both hear them. But less than 45,000 miles, lightweight, little economy car, not a lot to put stress on driveline or suspension or braking components here. It just kind of goes. It's even pretty quiet for a little thing. And here, just give it a little blip of throttle in second gear, and then brakes. No weird noises, no nothing. It's a good, well-sorted little car. But let's get this out on the road and actually get some speed into it for you. Get a feel for this thing at some real highway speed, some real world use cases. Getting up on the highway. All the way up to 7th thou. Just let it go. That's third gear, climbs right to the top of it, and I'll just put it straight into 5th. Now you will notice, this being a small displacement, pretty efficient little 4-cylinder, even highway cruising speeds, it's going to be sitting between 3,500 and 4,000 RPM out here on the highway. It's not really anything to worry about. It's just something that you might not be familiar with. It'll still get high 30 mpgs out here on the interstate, even spinning that high. It lets it stay pretty efficient, and if you need to put your foot down, it'll just keep climbing that speedometer. And if you need to pass, go straight from 5th to 3rd, and then thump it. Tack it right back up to 7. This car loves this. Honestly, the beauty of a car like this is that you can drive it either super frugally, and it will reward you. It'll reward you with high 30s, even touching the 40s, fuel economy wise. Or you can drive it like Max Verstappen, qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix, and just run it to redline every on-ramp, everywhere. And it'll still get you in the 30s. It's mechanically really, really stout. It can stand up to whatever abuse you're gonna throw at it. And it just likes to buzz along down the road. Like, I'm gonna shut up here. This is 80 at 3,800 RPM, cruising speed on the highway. Little bit of wind noise, but nothing too bad. And like I said before, soft suspension, pretty well padded seats. This thing just sits here. It's a simple distillation of everything that a car should be. Here at the end of a mostly deserted dead-end road here in Tucson, we're going to do a quick 0 to 40 to 0 to show off that there's nothing hiding in the engine, transmission, braking, or suspension systems under full accelerative or decelerative load. Now, this being a manual, this is going to be interesting because, again, I don't have 3 hands, but let's give it a whirl. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. 40. ABS. Yeah, there you go. Sweet. Like I said, revs to basically 7,000 RPM. You can snatch gears nice and quick, and if you need to panic stop, that ABS just pumps each wheel individually to reel you in straight and smooth. Coming through town here as we make our way back to the shop, give you a taste of more low to mid-speed urban and suburban commuting or cruising. This is, 40, 45 mile an hour roads. Now, one thing I want to point out, I did mention up under the engine bay that these are developed as world cars, designed for, developing markets, third world countries, places that may not have the best infrastructure. They handle broken up pavement and rough roads very well. Going over a couple speed bumps here and dipping the left tires into some pretty bad cratered roads here. These little Versas don't care. They're light enough where they bounce over a lot, and what they don't bounce over, their suspension sucks right up. In fact, in many South American, Latin American, and Middle Eastern markets, Nissan makes a high ground clearance suspension kit for these from the factory to handle the really rough terrain and unimproved roads out there. So there's not a lot of places where you have to worry about babying your Nissan Versa. These things just kind of billy goat their way around. Back at our lot, wrapping everything up on the 2018 Versa. If you want to talk about simple, low-cost motoring, this is about as simple and as analog and as inexpensive as you can get. Not only did Nissan make literal millions of these cars in their global markets, but they were very plentiful here in the States too. So parts are nice and cheap. Fuel and running costs is really cheap. And honestly, it's just a fun thing to drive. Like, you don't have to spend a bunch of money to have fun driving your car. I mean, how many cars can you really say, well, I paid for the whole engine and I'm going to use the whole engine every single day? To find out for yourself, though, call or text the number that's about to be on screen or follow the links in the description below. I've been Dylan. I'll see you soon.